back. So I'm going to go live with you all really quickly because I got things to do later on, and I know by the time I get settled and everything, I wanted to go live and just tell you guys about this particular documentary I saw. Well, me and my husband saw earlier, and I wanted to tell you guys about it, but I want to tell you guys now because I'm getting myself together because I'm getting ready to wash dishes. We just came back from the grocery store, put groceries up and everything because I am going to get ready to watch this basketball game tonight. I can't wait to see it. I cannot wait to see it. So yeah, guys. So I'm going to tell you guys the name of the documentary, and I'll be able to also tell you like the character's name is, well, not the characters, but who the documentary was about. I'll be able to tell you more about that. Hey, TikTok lover, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I appreciate it if you do. And if you can hear me, let me know. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me, TikTok lover. Okay, you can hear the audio. Excellent. Perfect. I was telling my daughter earlier today that I had actually went live, and I was telling her because I was telling her I was going to go live when we was in the car when I was telling you guys about this documentary, and she was like, "Well, who all watched?" I said 2 people. One person was me, and I don't know who the other person was, guys. Always self-support. Always self-support because that's what I do. I'm going to self-support Dionne, okay? If don't nobody else do it, I'm going to do it. So, let me tell you guys the name of it, of the documentary. What was it called? Crime? What was the name of it again?
Triangle Affair. Military Triangle Affair.
Yeah, I'm going to get the name. I'm going to get the correct name, guys. Give me one moment. Military Triangle Affair, Love Affair, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you guys the exact name of it. It's called This is actually on Tubi, guys, and me and my husband watched it. Hey Levi Gaming, how you doing? Hope you've been having a good Sunday. Thanks for joining in on the live. Thank you, TikTok lover, for joining in on the live. The name of the documentary is on Tubi. And it's called Behind the Crime, Deadly Military Love Triangle. That's the name of it. And it's actually about, I'm going to tell you the people's names. And this is true, guys. This is a true story. This is what happens. And this actually happened on New Year's Eve. And this was in, let me see. No, it was in like 2018 or something like that.
Oh, yeah. But
I think it was like 2018.
In Michigan.
Yeah. And so let me just try to find it, y'all. Just give me one moment. Like I said, it's on Tubi. And it's called Deadly Military Love Triangle. And it's based on a true story. It's not saying so much about it. Okay, basically, this happened on New Year's Eve in 2018, and this young man by the name of Tyrone Hassel III, he was unalived. And what happened was he had a wife, and they had a 1-year-old. And what was this at?
Michigan.
This was in Michigan. And his dad and his stepmom had a New Year's Eve party, and the wife was stating that she didn't want to go to the New Year's Eve party. She wanted to stay home. So he went to the New Year's Eve party, and she ended up calling him, telling him to bring her a plate. And when he brought her a plate home, that's when he brought the plate home. And while he was leaving to go back to his dad's house, that's when he got unalived. And it actually shows true footage of
Real footage.
Yeah, like real footage. I guess one of the police officers or somebody had a police cam on them, and you can see her crying, and the ambulance there, and you could see they called the dad, and you could see when the dad arrived.
She was trying to go into the ambulance too.
Yeah, she was trying to go into the ambulance, but they wouldn't let her. So guys, let me tell you. And it's like as you watching it, it lasts for about what, an hour?
Yeah,
It lasts about an hour.
Hour, 1 minute.
It makes you, it's deep because, and it's very disturbing because for the simple fact, me and my husband was talking about it, and it's extremely disturbing because it's like this happened for no reason at all, and it's also disturbing. And me and him, this is like our fifth conversation talking about this documentary because it's just like it touches your heart, and your heart goes out to the family because this young man did not deserve what happened to him, and it's really really sad. And so basically, to make a long story short, you guys can watch the documentary. You can say I'm spoiling it, whatever the case may be, but I just want to talk about it.
Wow.
You know, the police officers was there, and so the dad saw his son and everything, and they took him on to the hospital. Now, mind you, this was New Year's Eve, so his stepmother, she had to work, and she had got a phone call, and it was her husband telling her that her stepson had got shot, and she was like, what? As soon as he said that, a nurse that worked with her came and grabbed her and was like, they bringing him in. As soon as they was bringing him in, they was coming through the door and they was doing chest compressions. So she saw all of this. The stepmom saw when they brought him in the hospital. The dad saw how his son looked when he got to the scene. And it's just real disturbing, guys, like what the dad saw. And I was telling my husband, what the dad saw, he's never going to get over that, ever. As long as he lives, that's a visual he's always going to see. Always. It's his son laying there, and he shot him like how many times?
I don't know how many times, but I shot him in the forehead.
Yep.
Back of the ear.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2, and some chest. So probably like five.
Yeah.
About 5 times.
5 times.
Mhm.
Shot him 5 times
I'll
now.
let you know, right?
And the dad was able to see what he looked like, the back of his head and stuff. He was talking about that, and my thing was, so what happened was, and the dad was explaining to them, as you watching the documentary, the dad explaining to the police officers, because they was like, you know, did somebody try to rob him? Like, what type of dude was he, you know? And then the neighbors started coming outside, and they was like, you know, the police officers were asking the neighbors, like, what type of dude was he? Was he like in a gang or anything? They was like, nah, he was a nice dude. Like, this was a nice young guy. They were saying that he had just came home anyway from vacation, so that means he was deployed somewhere, and he had just got home. They was like, nah, he was a stand-up type dude. And what was his position in the military?
Sergeant.
He became a sergeant, but he was doing with infantry. What was he doing?
Infantry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Infantry or whatever. When he was telling, because his dad, he had actually went to college. He went to college for like 2 years, but then he ended up telling his father he wanted to go in the military. And so his stepmom was telling the dad, like, you need to talk to him, like trying to talk him out of going to the military, but it was just something that he wanted to do.
And also, he moved up in rank pretty fast.
Yeah, he moved up in rank real fast. Like, he was like the type of person that wanted to help people and look out for people, you know. And they was very impressed, you know, by him moving up in rank real fast. And next thing you know, the dad said that he was telling them that he was getting married. They was like getting married. So when he met the girl, what was her name?
Camilla.
Camilla or Kamaya. Kamaya, that was her name. And the dad said when they first met her, she was really, really nice and everything. And he was saying how she was calling him dad. To me, there was one red flag right there. Me personally, that was already a red flag. Because how you calling him dad and we trying to act all nice? I don't like people like that. That throw me off. Not your first time meeting. Not the first time.
And how she set him up too, though, like.
Yeah, tell about that day, about where they was at.
Yeah, he got shot right in front of the house. She called him because he was over his father's house, right? And asked, can he bring her a plate of food? So from there, he said, yeah, he brought her.
He brought her a plate of food.
Brought her a plate of food.
Kissed her, and he left.
Kissed her and left. As soon as he came outside, man, that's crazy.
Soon as he came outside, guys, heard the shots or whatever. So she goes running outside. Okay, so then they end up telling the dad. He didn't know his son had passed yet, but they end up telling him like after the fact, because the daddy was just telling him all the good things about his son. Because he was like, one thing they wasn't gonna do was paint his son out to be like this bad person. And so they was trying to figure stuff out and everything. So what happened? Was it like 2 weeks later? Was it 2 weeks or 2 days?
I'm looking now.
I don't remember how much time had went by. Not that much time had went by, but this Jamaican lady ended up calling the police station and telling them, I know what happened. She was like, I know all about this. I know what happened. And she was basically telling the police that the guy Tyrone, the girl Kamaya, and the guy, what was his name? The one that actually did the one that unalived him. What was his name?
I'm trying to look for her.
How long will the stream be? I don't know. It'll be for a while because we putting groceries up and we gonna just talk about this. I just want to talk to you guys. It'll probably be for a while. We got game.
His last name's Stellar.
Stellar, okay. So basically what happened was they was in Korea. They were stationed over in Korea. And like I said, he married a girl, Kamaya. For whatever reason, something happened. She never went in detail about what happened. But she met this guy. What's his name? Jeremy?
He had a different last name, like I'm gonna find it for him.
Jeremy. That was his name. His name was Jeremy. Jeremy, she became friends with him and started talking to him. And and basically the woman the Jamaican woman told them he said, this is what the lady said. I think it was 2 days later. Put it like this. This is what the lady said on the phone to the police officer. You're welcome. You're welcome, Levi Gaming. The Jamaican lady told the police officer, she said, I just want to call and tell you guys this. She was like, this all started over in Korea. And she told them, she said, I know the funeral is tomorrow in a couple of days. Look at the wife. That's what she told them. She said, look at the wife.
She was like a key to the case, though.
Yep, she was the key to the case.
But they never showed a picture of her, though.
They never showed a picture of the lady. They never even showed who she was. They never showed anything about her. So what ended up happening, it was this other dude that came forth, and he was telling about, I know all about it. He knew about it beforehand and afterhand, and
he should get charged.
He should have,
because he knew what was up. Like he could have alerted somebody, the authorities. Hey, this dude about to do this, and he told me like, yeah, that's messed up.
And I feel like by him being in the military, he should be charged for that. Something should happen with him anyway because he knew about it. This was premeditated. Said the boy had told him that dude had to go, and he knew about it. He told him he was going to do it. They waited until they came from Korea. They came to Michigan, and that's when it was done.
And then he said at court, he said they didn't want to do it in Korea because it was too small.
It was too small.
They didn't want to do it at the military base because it's too small.
So they had been planning this a long time.
So they decided to do it in the hometown. Like, I don't care where you're from, people gonna know who you are. Like, like in a neighborhood, especially he's 25. That's
what I'm saying. And even the neighbors were saying, somebody, like, you can't just come from behind the house and do stuff like that. You gotta come. So that shows that he had been scoping the place already. So it wasn't like it was just a random person that did this. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it too, the stepmom and the dad was saying that one of Tyrone's brothers, he's like been stepbrothers, which was, I think, was the stepmom's son. He'd been in trouble, with the laws, and he had took this man's phone one time. And they was thinking, well, maybe the person that unalived Tyrone was really trying to get the stepbrother and did it by mistake. Mm-hmm. And they called that man in for questioning. He was like, the boy had took his phone, but he was like, I got my phone back. Why would I unalive somebody just because they took my phone? He said, I wouldn't do nothing like that. So that's when they was like, they didn't know what was going on. But then they got the call from the Jamaican lady, and when she said what she said, and then this other boy come forth, and he told everything. He told about how the boy said he scoped the place out, how he unalived him, how many shots he got off, all that kind of stuff.
It says Camille?
Kamaya. Let's say Kamaya.
Kamaya Castle told police Seller went to Michigan 4 times between December 19th and December 13th, 2018, and the two attempted to plan the murder each time. Some of the discussion took place on Snapchat, according to court documents cited. So she was so clever too to delete her Snapchat, because I've been told that I don't know Snapchat, but I guess when you delete something off Snapchat, it's forever.
Yeah, like you can read the message and then you can't view it no more. And so that happened. So to make a long story short, so what they ended up doing was they ended up calling the dad, and they told him that he needed to come, because the dad and the stepmom said that Kamaya was on the couch crying, boo-hooing, and they was telling her, we gonna be with you, we gonna help you with the baby, we got you, everything gonna be okay. She cried, so the police officer called the daddy and said, hey, I need you to bring Kamaya, you two come to the station, I got some questions, bring her phone. The daddy was like, all right. So when the dad and Kamaya got there, he said soon they got there, they took her to another room, and the police officer told him he can go home. And he was like, I can go home. He was like, they was like, yeah. So he said he went home and he didn't really think nothing of it. But then as time went on, he said he kept calling up there, and the police officer then was like, I'll call you back in 20 minutes, I'll call you back in 20 minutes. Which they didn't, they didn't. And so what happened was they got, was it a cop that went in there and was questioning her?
Mm-hmm.
It was this cop, he went in there questioning her. And he put her up to a lie detector test. And so by the other dude coming forth talking about what Jeremy told him, they had got him and they had him.
But then Jeremy didn't say nothing yet.
He hadn't said nothing yet. He telling everybody else what he did, but then when the cops got him and he went in, he didn't say nothing.
See,
he wasn't talking about what he did.
Lawyer. Yeah.
He wanted a lawyer.
So what happened, the cop interviewed Kamaya and was making it seem like Jeremy was saying all this, and she was buckling. At first she was trying to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
But then she started buckling, running her mouth, and admitting. Then what crushed her at court was, what crushed her at court, you think?
What crushed her at court? Because after she talked to the guy, and they, talked to the man and asked all those questions, because then they started talking about their life insurance policy. He had an insurance policy that was $400,000, then it was $100,000. So anyway, to make a long story short, after he got her, she went and called her mama. Yeah. And she told her mama, she was like, hey, mom. She was like, what? She said, I'm in jail. She's like, you in jail? She's like, what you in jail for? She said, because I had something to do with Tyrone being unalive. And she basically told her mama that she helped put the plan together. And the mama was like, what? How you do that? Like, to your husband, to the father of your child? How would you have him? Like, I ain't raised you like that.
She said, is this coerced? Like, this gotta be a joke. Like,
yeah, like, is somebody telling you to say that? She was like, Like, she didn't give a damn. And that's the part that really, like, got me. That's the part that got me. Like, this girl didn't care. You was like, y'all, I'm trying to tell you. And it's so sad. It's so sad because it's like when they was going, doing court or whatever, and the daddy, when he was testifying and stuff, and he was saying he saw his son and how y'all, that thing, like, it touched your heart, because it's like this man had to see that, and he was saying that his son's eyes was open. He just knew. His son ain't deserved that. He didn't see this coming. And my thing, and like I was telling my husband, I said, it's so sad because that boy unalived him for no reason. It wasn't like the girl was like, oh my God, he beat me, he doing this and that. No, because you was having an affair with this dude, and y'all had planned to unalive him several times. He was like, okay, I can handle it. But what though? What he didn't do it, he hadn't done nothing to the boy, he hadn't done nothing to her. Only thing was they had got in an argument one time. Of course he gonna argue with him because you messing with my wife. You know what I mean? And then the sad part about it is like when the dad was talking about how his son looked this and this and that. And they asked the girl, did she want to say anything? What'd she do? No. She was like, she don't got nothing to say. So the jury, so what happened was her lawyer, which was defense lawyer, right? Mm-hmm. He was talking to, because she didn't want to testify. She didn't have to testify. They was asking her if she wanted to testify. She was like, no. So they got the recording of her making the confession. Okay, talking to the cop. And so when the cop that was questioning her, he even had a sheet of paper, y'all, and he had questions up there and asking her. He asked her the answer, and when she told the answer, yes, he made her initial it. And then he made her give him a a survey, what you call it, a scale of 1 to 10, how he treated her. She gave him a 10 because she was like, he was nice to her. And she signed it and he signed it and dated, so he had that. And so her lawyer was basically trying to make it seem like he manipulated her. He was like, did you manipulate her? Did you ask her this such question? He said, yes, I did ask her. He said, well, did you ask her this? He was like, yes. And every question that man was asking that detective, he was like, yeah, I believe so. Yeah, he said, so can we say you manipulated her? He said, yeah. He said, I had a job to do. I had to make her confess to what she did. And that's what he did. I was sitting up there like, I know the lawyer was doing his job, but sir, don't try to make it seem like this girl hadn't done nothing. She was telling everything. And like, go ahead, baby.
No, I just read, and I didn't realize it until now when I read. She's the one that called the cops, that 911.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no telling how long he had been, shot and stuff laying there. You know what I'm saying? And then she called. What they saying? Imagine her to support.
Imagine.
Thank you so much, Levi. Gang, appreciate it.
Imagine, when he did that. Like, did she? How did he flee away? Like, you know what I'm saying? Did she see him?
That's that's the thing. They showed the plate of food that he had brought to the house to her on the couch. Mm-hmm. So it was like soon this my whole thing. She, cause they said before she had called her husband, it was a snap. She had her Snapchat thing, but then she deleted it. So they let us know she was already in talks with that dude. Cause how is it that you call your husband and tell him to bring you a plate? He come over there and soon he dropped the plate off. He supposed to be on his way back to his dad's house. He get killed. She already knew he was coming. I told my husband that's why she didn't want to go to the cookout, because she knew that was gonna be the day that dad was gonna kill him. She knew it. She knew it. She knew it. And then she talking about, and the cop was like, well, you could have been like called this off. You didn't even have to do this. She was like, I know, but I felt like he would be mad. That if I did, he'll be mad at me if I called it off. He'll be mad with you. Girl, that's he could have, this is my whole thing. He unalived your husband. He could have unalived her and the baby. It did anything.
Yeah, that's, like I said, what do you think, did she see him though?
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did.
Did she see Jeremy?
We don't know. They didn't go in detail about
That's what I'm
that.
saying. Do you think
I think she saw. I think she saw the whole thing. I think she saw the whole thing.
She watched it?
Probably did.
Mm.
Because my whole thing is this. You gotta be a I'm sorry, excuse my language, but she a little ruthless bitch. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, because you know he was gonna do that, and you was you the one called the cop, but you gonna try to get in the ambulance. You know you had something to do with all of that. All of it.
Mm.
All of it. You gonna call his daddy, you gonna call the cops, and then you gonna be But then when she was crying, she really won't act like she was distraught. There's no way you can even talk to see your husband like that. You'll be scared looking around like, wait a minute, y'all need to go survey the spot. Even see this person's still here. She won't do none of that. And then how she was sitting, when she was sitting up there talking to the cop when he was answering her, how she was sitting in the chair. Yet and still and he was like, did he deserve that? She was like, no, he didn't. What did he do to you? Not one time did she say he did anything to her. It wasn't like she said, he pushed me up against the wall, he beat me, he choked me, he was messing with, she said he did none of those, nothing to her.
Yeah, sorry.
Nothing. And then another thing too. So when they did, so they asked her did she want, I think what would have helped her if she had said, I apologize, y'all. She didn't even say that. She didn't say nothing to the family. She could have.
What you gonna apologize for?
And check this out. Who was in the courtroom for her?
Nobody.
Her family wasn't there, but all of the Tyrone family was there. But nobody, not even her own mama, didn't come to the courtroom. What you said?
One subscriber.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The mama didn't even show up in the courtroom. So what happened was they had the jury. They thinking that it's gonna be quick, like a quick guilty. They was like, oh boy, we gotta wait till the next day. So they wait till the next day. And what happened? What did the jury do?
Guilty.
On what? Both counts, right?
Both counts, yeah. Guilty.
First degree murder,
And conspiracy.
And she won't even the one that pulled the trigger.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
She got first degree. So they saying she got life. She ain't never getting out, ever.
Yeah, and he got life. I mean, he got 65 years, 65 to 90. And I thought about this. I said, he's 25.
Mm-hmm.
By the time he's 65 years roll around, he be 90.
Yep.
And 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, that's a long time not being in this population, I guess.
Yeah.
But 65 years, that's a long time. So you get back when you're 90, it's not like you're gonna go get a job.
All his family gonna be gone probably. That's what I was telling my husband. Like, even the people in his family that's gonna be born and have kids and grandkids, ain't nobody gonna take care of him and do nothing for him.
Who are you? Like, yeah.
90, 65 years. And what happened was, he didn't go to trial. He took a plea deal.
Mm-hmm.
He took a plea deal and said he, admitted that he was guilty. And they charged him with second degree. They charged him with second with the plea and everything. The family, they wasn't happy with that, but since he did that, he ain't never getting out. Let me tell you tell him what this guy Jeremy did do. Tell him the two things he did do. When they was telling him how long he was gonna get sentenced, and that boy family was there, and then the second thing he did. When he said to the family at the courthouse.
I forgot.
Well, put it like this. He got up and he told them he wanted to say something.
But to the father.
Yeah, no, before the daddy, he apologized to the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
He apologized to that boy whole family. He said, I'm sorry, y'all. He was trying to, say that he listened to her, this and that, but he of course he want to put the blame on somebody else, but he put the blame on himself, and he apologized to them, and he was like, he don't know why he did what he did, this and that. Then what happened was he told the lawyers that he wanted to talk to the daddy one-on-one. And so the daddy, he was like, I'll go. So the daddy went to the prison and talked to the boy on the phone. They had it recorded face to face.
Yeah. That's painful.
Yeah, and the daddy was looking at him. The boy told the daddy, he said, you looking at me like you want me to burn straight in hell. And the daddy really won't say anything to him, but he told the daddy, he was like, sir, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm sorry for what I did. And I was asking my husband, do he think that he was doing that just to put the nail in the coffin, or was he really sincere? And I feel like
it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, but then it's one of them things, I've never really heard of anybody doing that. I feel like I told him that boy had, like the boy said, he had traumas of his own. And I feel like what he did was he was just looking for a reason to do something. And whoever hurt him, he took it out on that boy. That's what it is. Because the person, whoever caused him to be the way he was, he took all that anger on that boy. And it's like one of the things, he really sat back and thought about it. Why did I really unalive this boy? It wasn't like him and that boy had no beef. It wasn't like they was fight. It wasn't like the boy did anything to him. It wasn't like this boy was trouble to him or anything. And it was like this boy was senseless. He lost his life over nothing because of his wife. And the lawyers kept saying, why didn't you just divorce him? Why did you have to have him killed?
Because she thought about that money.
Yeah, because she was gonna get $400,000 and
it'd be $500,000.
$500,000. She was gonna get $500,000.
And that's what sealed it up. Like,
yep.
You cared enough about this money than divorcing.
Then divorcing that guy. Yeah, that's what she wanted, the money. And my whole thing was this too. It's like she finna spend the rest of her life in jail for whatever reason. And it's so sad because they said at the end that the dad, they didn't see the grandbaby. After the son was unalive, they hadn't seen the grandbaby no more. And they said that her mother was the one who was raising the baby, right? Oh. I told my husband it might be because the baby won't his. That's what I think. It won't even his. Because that's all that they got left of their son is the grandbaby. So why wouldn't, the mama? Then it could be the mama. I feel like the baby not his because the way the daddy them act, I don't think they would not want a part of their son, a piece of their son. You know what I'm saying? They would want to, and she ain't got no reason to be upset with the parents, with his dad and the stepmama anyway, because they didn't do nothing. They ain't do nothing but treat her nice. And my whole thing, I was like, she heartless because you at these people's house crying on their couch. Seeing the misery. Like, was she getting out for that? Like, they sit up here, like, this dad already saw him. Now I got to sit up here and plan my son's funeral. And we still trying to figure out who did this. And the person that did it was in my house. Crying like she trying to console us. And she ain't never getting out of jail. Ever. Ever. Y'all got to watch that documentary. And it's really sad. And we all really got to, thank you for the badge and stuff. I appreciate it.
Hey, making progress.
Yes, and I honestly feel like, guys, that doc, it's like you really gotta watch it, because it's one thing about it. When people do stuff like that, it ain't no turning back for that, and it really wasn't called for at all. It was so senseless. It was so sad. And for you to be in the military, that's supposed to be an honor thing. And y'all, so they were so young. He was 24, she was 25, and Tyrone was 23. He won't doing nothing. He won't bother nobody. And I was like, you do this on New Year's Eve? This young man did not know that him bringing his wife a plate. And my thing is, y'all had this concocted in Korea. They had time.
Yeah.
They had time. And then she put it on Snapchat. And my thing is this. You telling your husband, like, she had all day, babe, you think about it. Mm-hmm. She had the whole day, because if she had said something, it wouldn't have never happened. You let this boy wake up excited about the New Year's Eve party. You know what I'm saying? He gets dressed, he tell his family bye, but you telling him you don't want to go because you feel like it's going to be a party. But the reason why you really don't want to go because you're going to have this dude come over him and do what he did at your house, and your baby a year old. This baby, how she know that ain't gonna trauma the baby from hearing that? Even though he young, he still might be traumatized from it. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you call him to bring you a plate of food, and this young man get in his car, not even thinking nothing like that. He would never thought that she would do that to him, y'all. Like, that's cold. And it really make you be thinking, like, could it be a way that he could know that she had something to do with it?
Who
Tyrone, yeah.
Like I said, when he
you know, because we don't know what happened before she called the police.
Yeah, because it could be you don't know.
That's what I'm saying, like,
you don't know.
And then, just listen to the daddy of that talk. What was his real mom? I don't know what his real mother was. But just listen to the daddy talking and him saying how he saw it. That man gonna see that all the time. And that to me is over unaliving the way he did that boy. That's over unaliving.
I agree.
You gonna do it in front of his house. And that's my whole thing with her. You gonna have this done at your house. So even if y'all had got away with it, you would have been okay leaving out your house every day to get in your car to take your baby somewhere with your husband blood on the ground. Your child's father. I can't. I was over it. And she really thought that they really tried to, and it's sad because her co lawyer, he did the best he can do. He was trying to make it seem like that other man told her to say that because they wanted it all on Jeremy. But what did the daddy do to the lawyer, to the girl's lawyer?
Came up to him and said,
he shook his hand.
Yeah.
And he said, you had a hard job to do. And he told him he did a good job. The boy, Tyrone, that got unalive, daddy went up to the girl's lawyer and because he said he thought the man might have punched him or something. No, that man didn't even do that. That tell you what type of people that boy who raised him, what kind of family he come from. For him to go up to the lawyer and shake his hand.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he cared for the girl because the daddy was like in shock when they told him that he was like, what? And she on the couch crying.
Well, I guess that's a good thing she was crying because daddy could snap out of it. You know what I'm saying?
So what now?
If you knew that she was the one that was behind it.
Yeah. He would have. Oh yeah. I ain't no telling. He would have got that little young girl.
And over time, I mean, he's still hurting, but it was like.
Yeah, he hurt. certain. He ain't gonna never trust nobody like such and such like that again when it comes to stuff like with the kids and stuff.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that was his only son. And the thing about it, he like took her, but see, this is the thing too, they never told him. Even when they called the police, even when the police called the dad and told him to bring the girl to the police station for her to bring her phone, he never questioned it, did he? He never be like, well, why did want, he didn't even think that, she had anything to do with it.
Oh yeah, they did set her up.
Yeah, he thinking his stepson, not, of all people, he thinking his stepson, he thinking, no, this ain't. So this whole time he got her in the car, he taking her.
Yeah.
Not one time that she was like, I'm so sorry, oh my, what did I done? She didn't do none of that. Even when she called her mama, telling her mama what she did, she wasn't even crying on the phone.
And the police station is not down the street either, I imagine, so.
No.
Say if it's a 10-minute ride, 20-minute ride, who knows, but she's just sitting there like, I wonder what she was thinking in that moment, like, am I in trouble? Like, did I get caught yet? Like, no.
She won't think of none of that, I don't think. She probably just wondered why. I think she felt like she had kind of got away with it. Because they didn't see nobody, because nobody ever suspected her. Because the daddy did not one time question her at all, ever. Nobody questioned her. And like I told my husband, if they had never got that phone call from the Jamaican lady, and the other boy that came forth, they probably would have never really found out who did anything.
Because the military was working on a case at the same time as the police was working on the case.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I was like.
And like we said, this stuff happened, this started in Korea. You not flowed way across the water and came here and did this. And they sent those three, just them three, from Korea back home. Because they had just got back home, or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was telling my husband, I was like, it's so funny how the little cop, when the lawyer was up there questioning him, and he was trying to make that little cop slip up. Like, so can you very well say such and such and such? He said, well, I don't believe that will be true. Like, it don't matter what you throw at me. You can, yes, I said it all.
I got the information.
I got what I needed to get. So you can say I told him I guess. Everything he asked him was just like, he trying to make, you ain't gonna sit up here and make me look bad, because I stand behind what I did. I got the confession that I needed, and that was it. And like he was saying, you manipulated her because you told her that boy was gonna tell. He did end up telling at the end. What did he say? What did the guy say?
Busted.
Yeah. The guy had basically told, the guy basically told them that he was, listening to her and everything like that. So, yeah. So I'm getting ready to cook. I ain't gonna throw that over the thing like that. But I'm getting ready to cook some ranch burgers, guys. And also get ready for the game tonight. Who's watching the basketball game tonight? Oh, thank you for the shirt. You like the shirt. Thank you. What is that? That's what's in the hood. It's called the hood. Yeah. What's the hood? Let me see. That's called the hood. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the shirts. Appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I'm finna make some ranch burgers. And what I did, I got this turkey meat. Okay? Ground turkey. I pray that's what it is, because I've been talking about what we eat. And I got this dressing and dip mix. It's ranch flavor. This was 50 cents at Food Line. And the only reason why I got it, because it was 50 cents, because the original ranch was $3.49. I was like, nah, I'm finna pay this. And I looked at the ingredients. It's the same. I'm not going to use this whole thing. I'm just going to use half. I'm going to make me some ranch burgers. And what you gonna make, baby? You gonna make a pie? My baby might be making a pie, so we get ready to get off this live and get to cooking so I can get settled and be nice and ready to get ready to watch the game. If you guys are watching the basketball game, comment and let me know who you guys are for, Celtics or Mavericks. I want the Celtics to win the championship. Who do you want? Who do you want to win?
Celtics.
He wants the Celtics to win as well. So, yeah, it would be cool to see Jason Kidd win a ring as a coach because you said he won a ring as a player too, right? So that'd be neat to see that. But I want the Celtics to win because I want to see Tatum win. Yeah, I don't have my favorite player is like Kevin Garnett, but he doesn't play anymore. And I like Rajon Rondo. I like him, and I like Paul Pierce, but they don't play anymore. So you know. But this series has been good, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen tonight. Because it would have been nice to see the Timberwolves. I was hoping to see the Timberwolves and the Celtics in the playoffs. That's what I wanted to see. You got soccer practice. Okay, have fun with soccer practice. Levi gaming. What position do you play in soccer? Because it's got the kicker. What's the positions for soccer? It's kicker and goalie, right? Okay, I'll make sure you know what, I can do that now. I can make sure I subscribe to his channel now. Levi Gaming. I'm trying to look at you play defense. Okay, he played defense. I'm trying to see your emoji to make sure I'm the right one. What is that? There's shades. Let me see if I can find the thing. Let me find your page, Levi Gaming, so I can subscribe to your channel too. You play defense in soccer. You like it? So how often do you practice? Because that's a lot of running. My thing is at Dark Side Gaming. Can't pull it up. How do I do that? Dark Side Gaming. Do I just go on the live? Can I just click on his name and then, if I click on his name, how can I'm gonna get you on here. I'm gonna subscribe to your channel. You practice you do running 4 days a week? Oh wow, that's a lot, ain't it, babe? How far do you run? Like, do you do like a mile, or do you like your soccer, the soccer field? Do you run up and down so many times? Like, how do you do your exercise for soccer? Because that's a lot of running. And is it like any other particular exercises that you do? Do you follow a certain type of meal plan? To keep your cardio up and everything? That's excellent. Like 3.5 miles. Wow, that's excellent. Good for you. That's awesome.
What's his logo look like?
His logo is it looked like it's some shades. Wait a minute. It looked like it's some shades. This is what it looked like. It looked like some shades. I'm trying to see if I can go on my iPad and do it. 3.5 miles. That's amazing. Let me see if I can. Let me figure it out. Give me a second so I can make sure I subscribe to your channel.
Wholesome, easy.
3.5 miles a day. So do you prefer to run like in the daytime or in the morning? Like before it gets too hot outside? And what type of, do you drink a special brand of water? Let me see if I go here. If I click on my do it. Let me see if I can somehow. I'm trying to pull it up on my iPad to chat. Let me see if I can click on him. Go to channel. There you go. Go to channel. Okay, here I go. All right. I just subscribed. And let me do the how you do the notification. Yeah. See? Levi Gaming. I just subscribed to your channel. See there? Yep, I just subscribed to your channel. Thank you so much. Oh, you have a game today? Well, good luck with your game. Good luck with your game. Hard work, hard work. I appreciate you watching the channel and joining and supporting. I make sure I look at your videos and everything. I see you have some shorts on here. I make sure I look at your shorts and like them as well, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. You do drink some water? Good. Yes, water is good. Make sure you drink your water. Well, I'm getting ready to get off this live and get ready to cook these ranch burgers and get myself together for tonight and get ready for the game. Good luck, Levi Gaming. I appreciate your support. Thank you for watching the live and for commenting. I really, really do appreciate it. And like I said, I will be watching your shorts and commenting as well. Okay? All right, guys. So we get ready to get off. Guys, check out that Tubi documentary that we were talking about today. It's really, really good. And it's going to floor you because it really was like, this was so uncalled for. And, you know, thoughts and everything goes out to the family that lost a young man. Because that's truly, truly sad. And thoughts that goes out to the other people, family too. Because, yeah, check on your loved ones to see what's going on with them. Because for that young man that want to do what he did to that boy for no reason, yeah, it's sad. So we got to really, really check on our loved ones to see what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? Really, really be in our family lives like that. Oh, you drink energy drinks? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Levi Gaming. Good luck and have fun at your game tonight. Okay, guys. I'm wishing you all out there a peace of mind because what? A peace of mind is one of the greatest things in the world. Always remember that you guys are great. And as always, take care, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye. Bye, guys.